Alrighty, back here at the Hilltop. Harrison County and Lawrence County about 8.5 minutes away from getting this game started. Well, Lawrence County is coached by Alan Short, who is in his 7th year at the helm of the Bulldog program. Although they graduated last season starting quarterback, a very fine quarterback in Alex Strickland, the Bulldogs return a lot of experience at all the other positions. Senior running back Dylan Ferguson was the second leading rusher last year, running for over 700 yards and 14 touchdowns. So expect for us to mention Mr. Ferguson's name quite a bit tonight. Last year's leading receiver, senior Caden Gillespie, is also back, so another guy we're going to have to watch out for. Primarily, Lawrence County, much like many other teams from down the hills, runs their offense out of the wing tee. Primarily a rushing offense. They'll also, every once in a while, try to fool us with a play-action pass from time to time. But when it's all said and done, the defense of Lawrence County is what they hang their hats on. They are anchored by all-state senior linebackers Dylan Ferguson and Caden Ball, who anchor that solid defense that returns 8 starters off of that team that just barely missed out in beating Belfry in the playoffs last year. Meanwhile, Harrison County, they've got a lot of experience as well. Starting off with junior quarterback Caden Custard, who is beginning his 3rd year as the starting signal caller for the Thoroughbreds. Over the offseason, Caden went to several elite camps in the Midwest area, and from what I gather from Coach Graham, he did very, very well against some of the best quarterbacks in the state and in the nation as well. Senior Malachi Feeback will be our starting running back this year. He has got a great combination of both speed and power, and just watching him in the scrimmage last week, Malachi is doing a much better job of concentrating on getting the ball down the field as opposed to finding somebody to run over. You make more yards that way. But, yeah, Malachi had a very, very good preseason, as you might expect. Altogether, Harrison County returns its top 6 running backs from last season. Through the air, 6 of Harrison County's top 7 receivers from last year are back again. So a lot of experience on the offensive side of the ball. So having said that, the offensive line will be the key to how well this Harrison County team does this season. If they do well, the Breds will do well. If not, we might struggle. In the scrimmage last week against Bracken County, our line did a great job on rushing protection. However, we still need to do a little work on pass protection. The good thing is Caden Custard is very elusive.
It helps.
And will give his offensive line a little time to grow as the season goes along, as it were. Defensively, senior Michael Watts, last year's leading tackler, is back. However, he is a little bit hobbled by injury tonight. He just is a very small package that has a lot of power in it.
Explosive.
When you look at Michael Watts and say, this is your leading tackler? Well, yeah, but it's like they say, you can measure the heart of a dog, but not the dog's heart. No, I messed that all up.
Oh, no.
He's got a big heart. Let's just say that. Why did I try to say something I hadn't written down before? Very upsetting to me sometimes.
It reminded me of Tommy Boy just then.
There you go. But on defense, much like on offense, the defensive line is going to be the key. Just like with their counterparts on the offensive side, if our D-line does well, we'll do well. If not, we'll struggle. But, Trent, there's a couple of items that last year we really didn't do a very good job with that I hope we do a much better job with this year. Most of all, turnover margin.
Right.
Last year we were -5, and altogether in 12 games, we only successfully forced 11 turnovers. That's less than 1 per game. Those are numbers that have to improve.
Oh, no doubt. That's always one of my keys. No matter what who the opponent is, how lopsided it might be one way or the other, you almost always have to, at the very least, be even.
Yeah.
If not, 1 or 2 ahead on the turnover margin to win games. And so us doing that last year, well, it said a lot about other parts of the team being able to win those games and have a turnover margin like that. And I'm going to assume, I haven't seen your notes, I'm going to assume the other, besides turnover margin, is penalties.
Well, that's one, but it's not the one I had written down.
You didn't have that one? Okay. No.
Now, the other one I had written down was third down efficiency on
Okay,
offense.
okay.
Last year, we only converted 33% on first downs, and that's not going to win you a lot of football games.
That's
So,
very true.
Something else we have to improve upon.
Yeah, no doubt about that. 30, like right at 30?
33.
33. So
Yeah,
one
third of the time.
Third of the time. You have 3 third downs, you're only getting one.
Yeah.
You can't expect to get 60 or 70. That's kind of crazy. But if
Yeah.
you can get to around 50,
Then you're rocking.
you got a good team.
You're rocking. So lots of stuff to work on, but I'm like Coach Graham, though. I think that this team has enough talent and will, at least by the end of the year anyway, or maybe better yet, before we start playing district games, we'll have all those things figured out. We'll take another break, come back, and we'll be close to time for kickoff. You're listening to Harrison County Football on WCYN Sports.
Feed your farm with Southern States Co-op in Cynthiana.
Alrighty, back here at the Hilltop. This is only the second time that Harrison County and Lawrence County have played each other on the football field. Last year, obviously, being the first time, a game that Lawrence County won 42-7. Well, while we have this opportunity, let's send it back to the station to Bruce Templeton from Unity Christian Church with tonight's pregame prayer.
Thanks today for your many blessings of family, community, friends, and good health. Father, we give thanks for these young athletes and their willingness to participate in this competition. We ask your protection on each athlete. Give them strength and courage to perform at their highest level. Father, let them present in this game the best version of themselves in competition, in performance, and especially in sportsmanship. And Father, may the coaches, parents, and fans be aware of the examples they present to one another. And may they honor you, their respective schools, and students. We pray this in Jesus' name. Amen. My name's Bruce Templeton. I'm minister of Unity Christian Church at 5848 Highway 36 West outside of Cynthiana. Love to have you come visit us in our Sunday morning services, 9 and 10:30.
Back in 5 seconds.
Love to see you there.
Thank
Come out and join us this Sunday. We're worth the drive.
Alrighty, back here at the football field. We are just moments away from tonight's lid lifter for both Harrison County and Lawrence County. Check out Uptown Eats for great steak burgers, ribeye sandwiches, and tasty treats. Conveniently located on the Hilltop. They're open until midnight. So if you're listening after the game, you can go up there Monday through Friday because today is Friday. And stay tuned later when we announce something new to our program, the Uptown Eats play of the game.
That's right.
Where Trent and I will decide what the best play was, and we'll let you know. Sponsored by Uptown Eats. Harrison County will be on offense first tonight, as the Lawrence County Bulldogs will have their kicker, number 15, Logan Southers, a senior. Kick off to hopefully a thoroughbred that can pick it up and run it a long way to get this season started. Southers approaches the ball. Kick is on the way, and we're underway in the 2022 season. Ball's going to be picked up at the 15-yard line by number 22, which is Jesse Mitchell. Jesse makes a nice return to approximately the 33, I think they're going to say. So good job, Jesse. And that's where Harrison County will start things off, taking over first on offense. Actually going to back it up now to the 32.
Yeah, 32.
So about a 17-yard return that time by Jesse. We talked about all the guys we had coming back rushing and receiving. Also have a lot of guys come back that return kickoffs.
Yeah, that's true.
About the only major player in that particular position we're missing was Alex Beam, who graduated. All righty. Shotgun formation for Caden Custer, but first a whistle. Oh, mouthpiece infraction, so they ask the offender to put it back in, and he does. Snap is back to Caden. He's going to give the ball to Malachi Feedback, who goes over to the far side and will be tackled for very little, if any, gain at all. So good pursuit by these Lawrence County Bulldogs. As we said, they return 8 starters from a team that went 8-4 last year, so it's going to be difficult. I'm going to say no gain on the play. No gain on the play. So 2nd and 10 coming up. The ball is going to be on the far hash mark. A little bit warm out there on the field to start the game tonight. Probably game time temperature about 80 degrees or thereabouts. Once again, Custard will be in shotgun formation with that ball on the far hash mark. Calls for the ball. It's snapped. Play action pass. Custard is being flushed out of the pocket, comes towards the near sideline, looks downfield, and now dives that way across the 35 to about the 37. So as he did so many times last year, Custard making something out of what could have been a disaster. But as it is, the ball's advanced to the 36-yard line. That's a 4-yard gain, and it'll bring up 3rd down and 6 yards to go.
A little more manageable than 10, but you don't want 6.
Now, 6 is not a good average, at least. If you're going to have 3rd down, which you don't want to have 3rd down anyway, you want to keep on rocking down the field.
Sure.
But make it 2 or 3.
Yeah.
Custard will be in the pistol formation this time with feedback behind him. He'll play action pass once again. Here comes the rush. A pass in the middle is going to be too low. It was intended for Jesse Mitchell, but it was right at his feet and not a chance at all for him to make that grab.
They're trying to set up a little screen there, it looked like, and had a little pressure in his face and ball at the feet.
So a punting situation now for Harrison County.
We have a returning punter.
Have a returning punter in Jacoby White, who averaged right at 33 yards a kick last year. He kind of started out slow, and then over the last 4 games was really pounding the ball.
I'll just let you know you were exactly right. It is 80 degrees.
Oh, okay.
Gee.
Guess it's all those times walking for lunch. Snap is back to White. His kick is going to be a good one. Going to take a Harrison County roll. It's going to be picked up by number 2 at the 22.
Nice tackle.
And he's going to be taken down by a couple of thoroughbreds. Is that 19?
I think it's Tanner Toomey, 15.
Tanner Toomey. So
yeah, these
Tanner
numbers are a little tough, so give us
Yeah.
give us a little break on that.
So good punt.
Yeah.
And
Good coverage.
good coverage on the play.
Yeah,
That return was by Caden Gillespie.
that was a name that Coach Graham mentioned a lot.
Yeah, he's the real deal. We're going to have to watch him here on offense, especially as he's their best wide receiver from last year, back again this year. Actually, -1 on that return because of the nice tackle by Toomey. 10:14 on the clock here in the first quarter. Lawrence County getting the ball for the first time. And now they're
Oh, was there a penalty? I never saw anything. Was there a penalty?
So they back the ball back to the 11, and
Huh.
apparently the officials are incorrect.
That's weird.
Very. Getting the ball over here on the near side and making some substantial run this time is Cody Crum. So Crum with the good run. Not their featured back by any means. He was like their 4th leading rusher last year, but gets the ball first and
First down.
rambles for the first down. 6'2", 170 junior. Advances it all the way to the 24, so a 13-yard gain on that play. As you said, a first down on the first play for Lawrence County. This is a very good team to start out the season with.
Got some big boys on that line, making some lanes.
Under center is their quarterback, Talon Pollock. He'll flip it over to the far side to Markham. Markham gets a few yards. Now it cuts back into the middle, and it's going to be close to first down yardage. So a good run by Markham. And they will say he's going to be just shy of a first down as he gets it to the 32. So actually 8 yards on the play. Brings up 2nd down and 2. Lined up wide to the near side, which is the wide side of the field, is Gillespie, Caden Gillespie. Going under center once again will be Pollock. Puts a man in motion. Now flips it back to him. Once again, it's Crum. And
Nice
Crum will
tackle.
have his pins knocked out from underneath of him on a nice play that time by, looked like Braxton Grubb.
Believe.
Let's see, they'll place it back to the
Taylor Conway.
35, actually forward to the 35.
Conway on the tackle.
Oh, Conway on the tackle? Okay, gotcha. So it will
Was a
be
first.
enough for a first down, 3-yard gain. The second first down of this opening drive for Lawrence County. No score yet, though. 8:56 left on the clock.
Ball is placed at the 35-yard line. It'll be first down and 10.
Harrison County's defense not as efficient as we were last week in the scrimmage against Bracken County. Now we have a player coming off the field. Looks like he might have a stinger. Look like Ryan Cochran. Coming in for Cochran will be Noah Wyrick, who, as Coach mentioned in the pregame show, laid off last year, but back on the team. He'll be set at the nose guard position, replacing Cochran. Under center once again will go Pollock. He'll put Markham in motion. The handoff is to Markham, cuts back into the middle, and gets across the 40 and near the 44, so another good run.
Yeah.
And what they're doing, Trent, as you can see, is the offensive line is getting a big push on our defensive line to where the running back doesn't face contact until he's already gained about 4 or 5 yards.
He's already going downhill and
Yeah.
can try to make some people miss on top of already picking up those 4 or 5 yards. So wanted to get 8 there.
So second down and 2 coming up. Lining up wide to the far side is Gillespie. Ball smack dab in the middle of the field right now, though, for this second and 2 opportunity. Going in motion, but the handoff is going to be to the first man
That's
through.
a good stop there
Catch that.
by a group of thoroughbreds.
Is that Ferguson?
And Zink of Harrison County.
Yeah, I think it was Ferguson, number 8.
Gain of
Okay.
1 on the play.
And they'll give him a yard to the 44.
Yard line, be third down and 1.
So third down and 1, and this is what you want on third down. Third down and 1.
These are a lot more fun than 3rd and 6
got
or
that right.
more.
You know about the Beast Pizza, but don't forget about Snappy's great salads and sandwiches. Just dial 235-7627 right now. That's 235.
Snap.
All right.
Mid-season form, baby.
You must have been practicing.
All day.
Good to hear. Man in motion. The flip is back to that man, which is Baisden, Lawson Baisden, and he's going to have first down yardage on the far side.
Has good pursuit there by Braxton Grubb, number 11, but, only need 1, so it'll be another first.
You know, last week, Bracken County on the opening drive of the game, a 15-play, 75-yard drive that took 11 minutes. So right now, Lawrence County doing a similar kind of thing as they gain 3 yards on that play. And another first down. This will be the 7th play of this drive, which began back at the 11-yard line.
Who is that on the run? I'm sorry.
That was Baisden, number 3.
Okay.
They have a full stable of
Yeah,
running
they do.
backs. Lining up wide to the near side will be Jake Darafield. The near side, the wide side of the field.
Oh, he kept
Keeping the ball this time will be Pollock. He punches through and will get good yardage to about the 45 or thereabouts.
it. Like you're right on top of the 45.
Pollock's first
No, going back a
run
little
of
bit.
the game, and it's going to be at the 46. So 3 and 4, 7-yard gain. Brings up second down and 3. We're going to have to stiffen up just a little bit here, guys. 6:25 on the clock here in the first quarter. No score, but the Bulldogs have crossed midfield and are driving. And they have yet to throw a pass. It's all the offensive line pushing on our defensive line. Man in motion, right to left. The flip back is to that man. Once again, it's Crum. Crum trying to find the edge. He'll have a first down as he crosses the 40. So another good run by Cody Crum.
Crum on the carry, brought down
Built like a fire hydrant. 6'2", 170, as we mentioned before. Gets it to the 38. 8-yard gain and another Bulldog first down. That's their 4th in their first 8 plays. Ball's now on the near hash mark. Harrison County, a couple of scrimmages this year. Went over to Paris 2 weeks ago, and as we talked about, played Bracken County up here last Friday. Under center once again goes Pollock. This time he's going to go back to pass on play action. Fires it down the middle of the field, and just beyond the outstretched diving hands of his intended receiver, Caden Gillespie.
Gillespie laid out for that.
Yeah, he did.
Just a little out of reach, man.
And Pollock had time. But as we said, Pollock, the new quarterback, so probably a little bit excited about that first pass attempt anyway.
I imagine so.
Brings up 2nd down and 10. This is the first time that Lawrence County has faced a 2nd and long. They had been gaining 7-8 yards on their first down play. Going over wide to the far side is Darafield. Ball's on the near hash. Pollock under center. Puts a man in motion. That's Markham. Ball's going to be given to the first man through, though, and that's going to be number 8, Ferguson. Ferguson's 2nd carry of the night. And he'll gain significant yardage to about the 32-yard line. That's 6 yards, but it does bring up 3rd down and 4 yards to go. So we mentioned a good crowd on hand. Lots of students have come out to support their classmates.
It's Hawaiian night.
Obviously, lots of lays out there. And I see some Hawaiian shirts and such. Of course, the weather kind of tropical.
Yeah, it is a little warm.
I learned a new phrase this past week, trop rock. Tropical rock and roll. Think Jimmy Buffett.
Oh, okay.
Here's a pitch back to Crum.
There you go.
Crum trying to find the edge and slipped one tackle, but he won't be able to get away this time from J.D. Tucker. Good tackle by J.D.
Very good. I think they're going to stay on the field, though, where they're at.
Well, they've been having success running the ball. That time they give him 1 yard. So it's going to be 4th down and 3. They've got to get at least to the 28-yard line to keep this drive going. This will be the 12th play of Lawrence County's first drive of the game. Going under center will be Pollock. Tight formation in behind him. Puts Markham in motion.
Trying to get him to
jump. Goes back. Yep, a lot of barking going on, but our guys are hanging tough in there.
Close.
Now they go into a wishbone formation. Pollock looks over to the sideline, and now it's going to be too much time.
All right.
So the first penalty of the game, a delay of game.
They get a timeout in?
I don't think so.
Penalty on the field.
Yep, the delay of game, but they also called timeout.
They gave him a timeout before.
Oh, they gave the timeout before? All right, 3:56 left to go in the first quarter. No score here on the Hilltop. Harrison County and Lawrence County going at it. You're listening to Thoroughbred Football on WCYN Sports. All righty, back here on the Hilltop, 4th and 3. A timeout was called in time by Lawrence County, and once again, they are trying to go for it on the Harrison County 31, facing that 4th and 3. They couldn't get Harrison County to jump. Pollock under center, puts Markham in motion, gives it to the first man through, who powers for the first down.
Number 8.
So Ferguson, another good run. Powerful back, powerful back. Gets it down to the 24, we'll say. So a 7-yard gain, and they only needed 3. But the drive continues. 1st and 10. Harrison County facing some difficulties on this opening drive by the Bulldogs as they just can't seem to get off the field. Meanwhile, the Bulldogs looking like a machine. This time he'll give the ball to Ferguson again. A quick hitter up the middle. Basically the same play as they ran prior to that. And once again, it works very, very well with Ferguson just using some power. He's only listed at 5'10", but at 205, He's got that low base, which is hard to tackle.
Yeah, getting inside the interior of the line quickly and getting past him. And before you know it, he's got 5 or 6 before
This
he's touched.
time he gained 10, all the way to the 14 where it'll be first down. Line up wide to the near side. I shouldn't have said that before. I couldn't see his number. But Pollock will go under center as he has all night long. They've only thrown one pass. Puts a man in motion. That's Gillespie. Gillespie going to the far side, and he's going to be wrestled out of bounds, but inside the 10, and we may have a face mask penalty against Harrison County.
It's pretty late for a face mask.
Yeah, but it looked like from here he might have done it. We'll check the penalty flag. Ball looks to be at the 5-yard line. We'll check that again as well. Waiting on the official to come out and tell us what's going on. And
yep, you're
it's
right.
going to be a face mask, yep.
You right.
So the ball got to the 4, half the distance will be to the 2. So first penalty of the game for Harrison County. But it garners only 2 yards for the Bulldogs.
So 8-yard gain
Yes.
before the penalty.
This will be the 15th play of the drive. First and goal from the 2. Markham in motion. The give, though, is up the middle, and it's going to be stuffed by the interior defense.
Good job. I think that was another Ferguson
Nice job
inside.
that time by Noah Wyrick. Noah Wyrick getting in there to make the stop. Did you see what number that was?
That was 8, Ferguson.
Ferguson again. Okay. No gain on the play. They'll keep it at the 2.
Okay.
So second and goal from the 2. Last week, Harrison County was faced with Bracken County, first and goal from the 5, and we held them from scoring. Trying to do it again here. Ball on the far hash mark. Under center goes Pollock. He'll put Markham in motion. The give is to Markham. He cuts up the middle and powers into the end zone for the 2-yard touchdown. So Ryan Markham gets his team on the scoreboard with the 2-yard dive, 6-0 Lawrence County. That is a 16-play, 89-yard drive that ate up 8 minutes and 3 seconds of the clock. Pretty darn good ball control offense by these Bulldogs. Coming in to kick will be Jake Darafield.
15 Southers on the kick.
Well, actually, Souther, excuse me, 15. Logan Southers. Darafield's holding. Gotcha. Snap good, hold good, kick is on the way, and the kick is going to be good as well. So with 2:11 left to go in the first quarter, your score, Lawrence County 7 and Harrison County nothing. You're listening to Thoroughbred Football on WCYN Sports. All righty, back here on the hilltop, the Bulldogs strike first. And 16-play, 89-yard drive capped off by Ryan Markham's 2-yard touchdown run. Kickoff by the Bulldogs is going to be taken at about the 29-yard line by Harrison County. Couldn't see the number there, but is only going to gain minimal yardage.
Braxton Grubb.
Braxton Grubb. Okay, so Braxton with the short return. So Harrison County got some work to do. Down right now by 7 points. And they'll put the ball on the 33, so a 4-yard gain on that return in case you're scoring with us at home. You know, let's see, Farm Credit Mid-America offers short-term loans that handle the present so you can focus on the future. Contact Michael Furnish at 859-254-2741 and learn more. Once again, the pistol formation will be Custard, who's got feedback in behind him. Ball on the far hash mark. The hand is going to be to Malachi, trying to find some running room, and there just was none there. So
There was a flag, but I don't. It was like right after the snap.
Okay, I'm going to say probably procedure, but that's just a guess. Procedures and offsides happen to occur a little more often in the early games. But we'll make for sure before we tell you officially, although it's been taking a long conversation by the officials. Now they call procedure against Harrison County.
Legal procedure against Harrison County.
And
Are they going to accept it?
I don't know. I think it's what they're discussing with the coach, since there was minimal gain. And they're going to say, yes, they are going to do that. Second penalty of the night on the Thoroughbreds.
5 yards.
Will take us back to the 28.
The ball back to the 28-yard line. Be first.
Will be first down and 15.
County.
Now the Custer with feedback on his right hip. Gets the snap, play action, rolls this way, looking downfield, fires it. It's a little short and out of bounds as well. Jacoby White was his intended receiver, but the ball was at least 5 to 10 feet out of bounds, so an incomplete pass on the play brings up second down and 10 yards to go. It's another thing we didn't do a very good job of last year. Had way too many second down and longs, which is almost like
Well, to get you in those third and longs.
gets you to third and longs, exactly. So we need to cut down on those things. But like we said, this is a good Lawrence County team.
Oh, yeah.
I was very surprised when they were not ranked in the top 10 in 3A.
No kidding.
With 8 returning stars on defense and
Play
a
as well as
lot
they
of good
did.
players on offense
And
back. I
Play
guess
as well
they'll,
they did in the playoffs last year.
yeah, guess they'll prove themselves. Snap back to Custard. Once again, play action. Rolls this way, looking downfield, fires it, and it's going to be intercepted on a tip
Yep, he picked it off.
by number 3, Lawson Basin. Abner Collinsworth originally had a chance at it and kind of let it bobble away from him, but Basin was there for the INT.
Yep, he got it right about 2, maybe a foot off the ground, and
So
right before it hit.
good on the tip drill.
Yep, tip drill worked.
So give the ball back with 1:37 on the clock here in the first quarter to Lawrence County, and they'll be taking over at the Harrison County 45.
Harrison County 45 yards.
We had way too many of those situations last year where we were allowing our opponents to start off on our side of the 50. Bulldogs break huddle, come to the line of scrimmage. Ball's on the near hash mark after that interception. First turnover of the season for the Thoroughbreds. And we talked about turnover margin.
Turnover margin.
Gosh, so important, so important. Going back to pass this time will be Pollock. In the flat finds Crum. Crum spins and can't get away
Pollock's pass complete
from
on the play.
number 70.
Brought down by number 2, Jason.
Oh, 77, it's wee man, Landon Howard. But the first completed pass of the night for Pollock.
Give him 2.
And to the 43, so yes, a 2-yard gain on the play.
Gain of 2 on the play. Be second down
So
and
Pollock with the pass and
8 yard line.
Crum with the reception. Ball still on the near hash mark. Lined up wide to the far side. The wide side is Gillespie. They've gone to him one time, but it was incomplete. Here's a flip back to Markham. Markham goes upfield to about the 40. He's got a really nice cut upfield. It's very quick, very efficient. No wasted motion at all. Bringing him down that time, I believe,
Right on top of the 40-yard line.
Brought down by Cochran of Harrison.
by Ryan Cochran. So good play by Ryan.
Ball was
But
played
still, a 3-yard gain on the play brings up third down and 5.
5 for Lawrence County.
Good to see Ryan back out there after getting shaken up earlier in the game. We're down to 20 seconds left to play in the first quarter. This may be the final play of the first period. Harrison County trails 7-0. Pollock under center. Puts Ferguson in motion. Puts it in his bread box. Now gives it to him. He's going to have first down yardage and more. So that will make, 2, 4, 7 first downs already for them?
I got 8.
8 first downs? That's way too many. Balls to the 33-yard line, a 7-yard gain.
33-yard line. Be first
7-yard gain.
Yeah. And that will be the end of the first quarter. From here on the hilltop in the opening game of the 2022 season, your score, Lawrence County 7 and Harrison County nothing. You're listening to Thoroughbred Football on WCYN Sports. All righty, back here at the hilltop. We're about to begin the second quarter with Harrison County trailing Lawrence County 7-0. Ball will be at the 33-yard line of Harrison County, where the Bulldogs will be facing 1st and 10. Well, if you're fed up, call Canup. Maybe Brian can make some tackles out there. Canup Law handles bankruptcy, disability, and foreclosures. Hope you never have to experience any of those. But if you do, call Brian at 859-988-9658, and he'll be very willing and able to help you out.
Visit canuplaw.com today.
Yes.
If
Call
you need
us
to.
on the Canup Law text line.
That's it.
Ball's on the near hash mark. Pollock under center. He puts Crum in motion, right to left. Pass out in the flat to Crum, and it's going to be incomplete.
A penalty on Harrison.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Offsides against the Breads.
Offsides against Harrison.
So, despite it being an incomplete pass, the ball will be moved forward 5 yards on the third penalty of the night on the Breads.
Yes, that's their number 3.
Makes it 1st down and 5 yards to go from the 28. Can't do those kind of things against good teams.
They'll make you pay.
And they are as we speak. Pollock looks over to his right. We've got double tights on both sides. He'll put Crum in motion again, right to left. The give, though, is on a reverse to Ferguson, who leaps over a would-be tackler and down to near the 20-yard, right on the 20-yard line. Getting a hand up was Caden Custard, but still a good game by Ferguson, who's showing us why he's considered to be one of the better backs down the hills. That will bring up 1st down and 10 once again. As for the second time in the ball game, the Lawrence County machine is just rolling on down the field. And we're having great difficulties trying to stop it. Pollock under center. He puts another man in motion to give those to the first man through. This time it's number 6. Is that 5 or 6?
It was actually number 5.
5, Abner Collinsworth. Collinsworth, his first carry of the night, gets him inside the 15, and they'll set the ball down at, we'll say, the 13-yard line. So a 7-yard gain on the play. They are just,
that's big.
they're gaining 6, 7, 8 every time. We haven't.
If you can do that, I mean, you're basically right the score, you know.
Yeah, it's one of those things. The only reason you need to pass is just every once in a while keep the defense honest.
Until the Brads can stop a few in a row, there's no reason to do anything different.
Exactly. 2nd down and 3 yards to go. Collinsworth is now lined up behind Pollock. Pollock, though, will flip the ball to Crum. We got a flag on the play, and Crum is going to be stopped just shy of 1st down yardage, but let's see what the hanky is all about
That's
first.
a pretty big lick by Caden Custard there.
Let's hope it was legal.
It seems
Officials
like it was.
getting together
But
to
the flag came at snap, so
talk about it, and it's going to be a chop block on the Bulldogs.
their first penalty.
So their first real mistake in the game.
Yeah, that is their first mistake.
Unless you count the incomplete pass as a mistake, which it actually was not much of one, but a much-needed break for the Thoroughbreds, as we have not had any up to this point. So chop block will send the visitors back to the 26. So, well, I guess it's a spot foul. It's 13 yards.
Yeah, I think it is a spot foul.
I
So,
think it's supposed to be 15.
well, I mean, I guess he chop blocked 2 yards in front of the line of scrimmage.
I have no clue. I just know it's a 13-yard penalty back to the 26-yard line.
Yes.
Where it'll be first and a long, long way for the Bulldogs. Second down. Here's a hand on another counter tray, looking for some running room and unable to find any is Baisden. And finally, a flag's on the play, but Baisden finally tackled by a bevy of Thoroughbreds, led by Ryan Cochran, who's back out there again. So
They had him surrounded.
there was no place for him to go.
And they got him with a hold.
And another hold. So, yes. So let's push him back a little bit more.
But, you know, you got him 3rd and long already if you don't take the penalty.
I think you still send him backwards. And
Has it already been
that's it.
declined?
And it looks like they are going to decline it. You are correct.
Okay. So it'll be 3rd and
So
long.
Baisden back to the
That's a
28.
2-yard loss.
So a 2-yard loss. You're exactly right. Brings up 3rd and a long haul. They have to get at least down to the 10. So 2nd down and
It should be 3rd down.
or 3rd down, excuse me, and 16 yards to go. So let's pull out our 3rd and 16 defensive card. Although the way Lawrence County's playing, this is 2-down territory.
Yeah, for sure.
Under center goes Pollock. He'll put Ferguson in motion. Goes back to pass. Looks to the right, fires it, and it's going to be beyond the outstretched hand of Logan Ratliff. I knew I was going to do that at least once.
Jim is still playing baseball.
Still up at Great American Ballpark. So Logan Ratliff unable to bring the ball in. That'll bring up 4th down and 16 to go.
This is kind of a weird spot to be in, 4th and long.
Yeah,
and at the
the 28, you're really too close for a punt because that's not going to get you hardly anything
what's
at
a
all.
punt going to do?
And a field goal, you're looking at 46 yards.
That's a big boot.
So I don't think they have
So
the
they're gonna-
46-yard kicker. So they're
that's-
going for it.
That's about the only thing you can do,
Yeah.
really, is go for it.
Now it's up to the Breds not to let them out of the box.
Exactly.
10-17 left to go in the first half. Lawrence County leads 7-0. But now facing 4th down and actually 18 yards to go. Snap back to Pollock, who's in shotgun formation. Rolls to his left. Here comes the rush. He's flushed. Now running towards the far sideline. But it's going to be brought down by Braxton Grubb.
All right.
Nice play that
Good
time
job,
by
Braxton.
Braxton to come from behind using that deceptive speed. And they're going to put the ball down at the 24, so a 4-yard gain on the play.
That was Pollock, right? Quarterback.
Yes. And the Breds get the ball back on downs. This is kind of similar to what happened last year. Both teams were moving the ball pretty well, but unable to punch the ball into the hole until the 3rd quarter started, and that's when Lawrence County kind of took off on us.
Got J.D. Tucker coming off a little
gimpy.
Yeah, hopefully it's just maybe a cramp or something.
Yeah. So 1st and 10 from the 24. The Breds still looking for their first cut-up loss. Oh, a flag on the play.
Too many men.
Gosh. So illegal substitution on the Breds. Last week against Bracken, we had trouble with having not enough people on the field. So we're overcompensating.
Well, at least you know when you don't have enough, you don't get a penalty.
True.
It's just a penalty only having 10.
Right. Yeah.
All
Which is
right.
worse, I do not know.
Yeah, that's hard to say.
1st and 15 from the 19. Custard in the pistol
That was a
formation,
false
and
start. I
now
saw
we got
that.
a false start. Guys, come on. You're killing me up here. So, illegal procedure. Back us up 5 more yards to the 14. The tea is sweet. The horses are fast. The day's work is honest. And the insurance, of course, is Kentucky Farm Bureau. Call Harrison County Farm Bureau today at 234-4514 and ask for Dustin or Amy. Snap is back to Custard. Play action. Fires it in the flat. He's got a man.
Nice.
Is caught at the 25 by Jacoby White, who's wrestled to the ground by number 2 Gillespie. Harrison County shouting for a face mask penalty,
There
but
wasn't a
there
horse
will
collar.
not be any coming. So,
Yeah, it's definitely not a first down.
no.
That's
Because of
great.
those
Great.
two
It was
penalties.
a great first play.
16 yards on the pass play to the 30.
16.
Yes. Brings up second down and 4 yards to go. That's Harrison County's by far biggest gain of the night. In fact, it might equal all our other gains combined. Snap back to Custer, looking straight downfield. Rolling out of the pocket, goes the opposite way now. Got some running room, tucks it under, directing traffic. Tries to get away from number 40. He can't and dives towards the first down marker, which is a little bit beyond his outstretched
He's going to
there it is
be
again. Ball. Caden Ball was the guy chasing him out of the pocket.
2 yards short.
So it'll be at the 33. So 3 yards there.
Well, I guess it's a long one.
So a
short
long
2.
one to go, yeah. Third and a long one. But this is what we want third downs, if we have them to be long ones.
Yeah.
Custard in pistol formation. Gets the snap. Gives the ball to
There you
feedback,
go.
who goes up the
There
middle.
you go.
First down and more. He's going to be spun down at about the 48, but our first Canuck Law first down of the night.
That's
By
right.
Malachi Feedback. Now we're moving and grooving. 8:41 left to go in the first half. Harrison trails 7-0, but are near midfield now. And now the officials getting together, which is never a good thing. And what are they talking about now? I don't see any yellow flags out there. Now the officials break, and we've got procedure against Harrison County.
Where was the flag?
Now was that before Malachi's run? Yep, they're going all the way back there. So
Don't you
Mark,
have to
so no feedback run as we had illegal procedure prior to that.
Heck on it. Oh, I see it now. Yep, I see it now.
Okay.
I didn't see it. I do now.
So back us all the way back to the 26 yard line. 7-yard penalty. Yeah, these guys are good. So facing third down in about 8. A much harder chance for Harrison County to keep this drive alive. Snap back to Custard. It's low. Looking to his right. Nothing there. It's flushed out of the pocket. Gets away from a would-be tackler. Fires it downfield.
Yeah.
It'll be caught by Grubb.
Braxton.
across midfield
Nice catch, big
for
guy.
a first down. And this time, there are no hankies. So a good catch by Braxton Grubb after the good scramble by Custard for what is now our first Canuck Law first down of the night.
That's right.
Into Lawrence County territory at the 46, so 24-4 is 28 yards on that pass play. Good job, guys. 8 minutes left to go in the first half. Harrison still down by 7, but on the move. Custard looks over to the sideline to get the play. Pistol formation. He'll hand the ball this time to Feedback. Feedback finds some running room on the
There you
near
go.
sideline, dives,
Nice.
and gets first down yardage. Tell you what, when Feedback gets a head of steam on him, he can really pound those guys trying to tackle him. Ball to the 32. That's a 14-yard gain for
Nice.
Feedback. And another Canuck Law first down for Harrison County. Got the momentum going now, boys. Double wides to the near side. Ball's on the near hash mark. Snap back to Custard. Once again, puts it into the belly of Feedback, and this time
Not there that
they're
time.
ready for him.
Yep.
Brought down that time by Luis Chico.
Uh-oh.
For
Uh-oh. That might be my
Luis Chico.
front runner for name of the game.
Could be.
I like that one.
We should sponsor the name of the game.
I know. I need somebody to do that.
No gain on the play that time by Feedback. Second down and 10. Ball still on the near hash mark.
Last year it was Blue something.
Blue Fletcher.
Blue Fletcher.
From this very same
from
Lawrence County team.
Great name.
Checking into the game, Tanner Toomey, giving us trips to the near side, which is the short side of the field. Look for Caden to maybe roll out right. He's got Feedback on his right hip. Snap back to Custard, looking downfield. Flag on the play, wide open White, but the ball is going to be a little bit tall for him and out of bounds. But I think that the penalty is going to get against Harrison County, and those were adding up fast.
If this is, then it will be number 7.
Ooh, 7. And still 7 minutes almost left to go in the first half. Chop block against Harrison County.
That's
You're not allowed to do
15 of
that.
them.
Holy cow. So back us up. See how many they back us up this time. We've had 8-yard penalties, 13-yard penalties. And this is going to end up being.
It was 15.
Yes, it is. So they do calculate that one correctly. Back to the 47, though, and that's no good. Brings up second down and somewhere around 22. So second and 22 coming up, ball on the near hash mark. We'll put a couple of wide outs to the far side of the field, which is the wide side. Once again, Custard in pistol formation with feedback behind him. He'll fake the handoff, looking downfield, throws it back across the field to feedback, who's waiting on it, catches it, looking for running room, flag on the play, which will bring this all back as feedback got to the 40. But I'm afraid another penalty on the Thoroughbreds. Yeah, I think so. Illegal man downfield. We're going through the full menu of penalties tonight, if that is indeed what it is. Official now saying ineligible man. So we've had 5 penalties on this drive. We've had 5 plays and 5 penalties. Unbelievable. Let's see.
That penalty was declined, though.
Oh, it was?
Yes.
I didn't know we could decline that one.
Guess so. Third down.
Okay. So give the catch to Malachi Feedback, who advances it 7 yards to the 40. Third down and 17 to go. Ball in the middle of the field. 6:28 on the clock. Harrison trails 7-0. This has been a drive that's been marred by 5 penalties. Caden Custard goes back to pass, flushed out of the pocket. Now dumps it off to Feedback, looking for the first down yardage. Dives, and he's going to be about a yard shy inside the 25.
Very close, very close.
So good play that time by Custard. Really sold that play action pass down to the 24. So that's a 16-yard gain, which will bring us up to 4th and about a yard and a half. Reds will be going for it with the ball on the 24, trying to tie this game up at the 5:47 mark. It's the drive that began some 4.5 minutes ago back at the 24. But it's been a lot of regaining of already occupied territory. Timeout's going to be called by the Thoroughbreds. We'll take it as well. 5:35 left to go in the first half. Your score, Lawrence County 7 and Harrison County nothing, but the Breds are driving. You're listening to Thoroughbred Football on WCYN Sports. All right, here we go. Bred's going for it, 4th and 1. Snap back to Custard. He'll flip the ball this time to Jesse Mitchell. And Mitchell has first down yardage. Way to go, Jesse. Another Canup first down for the Thoroughbreds as the drive stays alive as he gets it inside the 20. And they'll place it down at the 17.
I think so.
And it's
like in the middle, 17, 18.
No, he backed it up to the 18 at the last second.
Give Caden Custard credit there for sticking in and taking a pretty good lick and pitching that off.
So a 6-yard pass, but we only needed a yard and a half. Bred's now with.
That is considered a pass, right?
Huh?
That is considered a pass?
Yes.
Okay.
Custard in pistol formation. Play action, rolls to his right. Looking downfield, nothing there, and get rid of it, Caden. And now he'll flip it out to Feedback, I believe, who was just standing there.
That was Mitchell. 22.
Oh, was it Jesse Mitchell? Okay,
yeah.
So Mitchell with another catch.
Holy cow.
But Caden was almost about to be whistled because of being in control. But at the last second, Jesse Mitchell able to catch the ball.
Oh, goodness.
Although the ball will go backwards to about the 21.
Just not as far back.
Yeah. So a 3-yard loss on the pass play. Brings up second down and 13. 4.5 on the clock here in the first half. Lawrence County scored on their first possession. That's been the only score so far. And Coach said there'd be a lot of offense. No, he said there'd be a lot of offense if both teams were on their game.
Right.
Custer goes back to pass. In the flat finds Feeback. Feeback will not be able to get away from Luis Chico.
Chico got him.
Chico got him again. Remember Chico and the Man?
I've heard of that. I don't remember it.
It was a pretty good show back in the 70s. Let's see. Pass play goes back to the 28, so a 7-yard loss on it. Don't like that. So 3rd and about 20 to go. So Breads make some inroads, then go back. 5 steps forward, 4 steps back. Snap back to Custard. Play action. Looking downfield. Fires, and he's got a man, and it's going to be knocked down at the last second by a couple of Lawrence County Bulldogs.
Who was going after
The ball looked like it was going to be straight towards Jay-Sean Lewis, but it just seemed like at the very last it slowed down enough to give Lawrence County a chance to knock it down. So 4th down and 10 after that incomplete pass. I believe that's the first incomplete pass of the game for Custard.
No, he's had a couple.
Oh, he has. Okay.
Yeah.
3:31 on the clock. The Breads will go for it because you're at the 28-yard line. Too far for a field goal and way too close to try a punt. Custard goes back to pass. Looks down the middle. Caught this time. I believe
that's really close.
And Jay-Sean is going to be, at least from our angle, going to be about a yard shy of a first down.
I think it is too, but man, that was close. That was a nice pass.
So Lewis with a nice catch off the nice throw from Custard. It's down at the 9, but we had to get to like the 8.5.
9-yard line of Lawrence County.
So they'll check it out. The 19-yard gain
19.
down to the 9. But, yeah, they're not even going to measure it.
Yeah, we can kind of tell that from up here, but it's good effort.
So, but a good drive by the Breads. Too many penalties, way too many penalties.
Right.
Lawrence County will get it back with 3:02 on the clock, leading 7-0.
It was 19 yards.
Yes.
Thank you.
So from the 9-yard line. And now is a timeout called? No, that's just that Lawrence County huddles over near their sideline. We invite you to join us at halftime. We'll go over all the scoring and stats. We'll also look at what the other fall sports are doing across the Harrison County campus here in the early going of the sports year. And except for the marching band, everybody else by tomorrow will have started. Marching band won't have their first competition until September the 10th. They've got a very small schedule this year. Only like 4 or 6 competitions when they normally have 6 or 8. I don't know if that's by design or just the way it is because of the COVID stuff. Well, the official's coming over to the near sideline. Oh, he's wanting the clock keeper, Mike Aldridge, to put more time up on the clock. Should be 3:02. No, it should be 3:02, dear. But Coach Ashbrook is saying 3:05, so we'll go with what he says. So the officials have had a hard time.
Yeah, that's their first game.
Yes, it is, and evidently they didn't have any scrimmages to practice.
But
so learning on the job.
I'm making a concerted effort with my son and on these games to not dog refs.
All I said was they're having a hard time.
No, I didn't say you did. I'm bad about it, so I'm trying not to.
They haven't done anything just really egregious yet. All right, here we go. Here's a run on a quick hitter up the middle, this time by Crum. And Crum is in Harrison County territory before finally being wrestled down from behind at the Thoroughbred 35. Crum with just that good cut up the middle. And he'll come off the field to get a well-deserved rest. Obviously a first down for the Bulldogs from the, it's 41 and 25 a 66-yard gain on that play.
66.
Clock still at 3:32, so lots of time still on the clock. 7-0, Lawrence County leads. Taking their time in the huddle to make sure everybody is on the same page. This is a very well-groomed, well-coached, fundamentally sound Lawrence County team. They're going to make some noise as they did last year when they went 8-4.
It looks like it.
Losing to Belfry, the eventual 3A state champions, by just 7 in the second round of the playoffs.
Belfry wins that a lot.
Gillespie gets the pitch, goes to the far side, cuts up the sideline,
Out of
but
bounds.
will get about 5 yards before being finally pushed out of bounds.
That's Gillespie.
Gillespie again.
Right.
So they're actually going to say that he went out of bounds at the 31.
Okay.
So it's actually 35. So a 4-yard gain on the play. Second down and 6 yards to go. Looking over the sideline is Markham, and he's, I think, indicating they may not have enough people on the
He went
field.
out of bounds. The clock.
And so now Gillespie comes back on the field and will line up as a tight end. Under center, Pollock puts a man in motion. The ball is going to be given to the first man through, though, and it's going to be Ferguson, and Ferguson is going to be brought down by Jay Sean Lewis at about the 20. But still, that's going to be enough for another first down for Lawrence County. And how many does that make them now?
I have 11.
Wow. Down to the 19, a 12-yard gain on the play. Nice play by Jay Sean to keep it from being a touchdown.
10-6, yeah.
Briz need to get tougher here. Still very much a ball game at 7-0, but don't want to go into the locker room down by 2 scores.
You've shown you can move the ball, and you've stopped them once, and just kind of bow up here.
Pollock once
There you
again
go.
gives the ball to Ferguson,
That'll
but he's
do
going to
it.
be met by several of our defensive
J.D.
line.
Tucker.
J.D. Tucker again, as he has 3 or 4 times tonight. Johnny on the spot. And we'll say 0 gain on the play. Still at the 19, although it's more like the 19 and a half now. Second down and 10 yards to go. Clock under 2. The Bulldogs still have a couple of timeouts left. This time, Gillespie will line up wide to the far side. The ball is near the near hash mark as Pollock goes under center. Puts a man in motion. That's Crum. Flips the ball to Crum. Goes to the left side, looking for somebody to cut up. Now a flag is going to be called on the play as Crum gets down inside the 10-yard line. But let's see what the laundry's all about. It went right between a couple of Bulldogs who didn't look like they knew it was coming. So chop block by those 2 individuals. Oh, by Harrison County? 2 chop blocks on the thoroughbreds? Okay. They blocked below the waist and evidently did it twice.
All right.
So
that doesn't count as 2 penalties, though, does it?
I certainly hope not. So a chop block will take the ball. Is it from the point of the... They'll put it down at the 6-yard line.
6.5-yard line.
So,
I'll
I want to say 6, 35 carry. Okay. First down and goal
just do that.
for the Bulldogs. Handoff is to Crum, and he goes up the middle as he cut up that way, and he's very close to the end zone, but is going to be down a yard shy with 1:14 left. So Crum continues to run us ragged down there. So second and goal from the 1 after that 5-yard gain. Pollock brings his team to the line of scrimmage. Ball's on the far hash mark, but they only have a yard to go. Pollock calls out the play.
That's a false start.
Trying to, yeah, looked like we had a couple of Bulldogs moving. And it is indeed going to be procedure.
Just their second, though.
Illegal procedure.
Still, though, on the goal line, though, it won't make Coach very happy.
I guarantee their coach is not happy with that.
So back him up 5 to the 6-yard line where it'll be second down and goal. 40 seconds on the clock.
And it's running.
2 timeouts left for the Bulldogs. If they don't get the touchdown here, I would imagine they'll call a timeout.
Right.
So come on, Preds, get tough. 7-0, still the score. Harrison down. Puts him in motion. Rolling right is going to be Pollock. Fakes the pass, and he dives into the end zone for the touchdown. So Talon Pollock gets the score, and that will put his team up now 13-0. 7-play drive that covered 81 yards and only took them 2 minutes and 46 seconds to cover that area. Of course, the big play, the 56-yard pass on first down on the first play of the series. Logan Southers comes in for the PAT kick with 18 seconds left, trying to put his team up by 14. I hate it when the visitors get scores inside the last 30 seconds. Oh, that's one of those things that just really irks me. Irks me about the Cats whenever it happens.
I think any scores by the visitors would irk you.
They do. Hold good. Kick is on the way, and the kick is good as well. 14-0, Lawrence County leads. 18 seconds left to go in the half. You're listening to Thoroughbred Football on WCYN Sports.
Hello, everybody. JR here for Poindexter Lumber. Our family has been dedicated to serving Harrison and surrounding counties for 4 generations to supply you with your building and remodeling needs. Lots of things have changed, especially recently. Changing your products,
for some
types
light.
of materials are available today are much different than in my day. We have plywood, paint, builders, hardware, drywall, insulation, many more products and tools to help you get those jobs done. I hope you stop by at 208 East Pleasant Street to visit us and spend a lot of money. Kidding aside, the great grand boys be glad to see you.
Angelo's Pizza, home of the Stromboli, located at 27 South of Cynthiana and 1311B West Shelby Street in Falmouth. They open at 10:30 each day, and they would love to feed you today. You know about their Strombolis. Did you know Pizza?
All righty, back here on the hilltop. We had a penalty on that PAT against Harrison County. Either unsportsmanlike or illegal, or I think it was unsportsmanlike. So 15 yards, which will allow the Bulldogs to kick it off from the Harrison County 45. Just too many penalties. Way too many penalties. Southers will be kicking off.
At least 9.
That's ridiculous.
First half.
Even for the first game. So this kick is going to bounce it, and it's going to be downed at the 20-yard line. And I believe that's Jay Sean that took a knee. So Harrison has 18 seconds to try and get 80 yards. I think it might be wise to take a knee.
Probably so.
But they, in 36 years, have never asked me, so I don't expect them to pay attention now.
Year 36?
Yeah.
Year 7.
That's hard to believe that you're year 7.
I know.
Yeah, I've been to 300 and, what was it, like 64 straight games.
Yeah.
And like 383 altogether. Gosh. It's a lot of Friday nights.
That is a lot of Friday nights, sir.
Snap is back to Custard, fires over
And
to
a
the
flag.
far sideline, and of course a flag on the play as the ball is caught. So it's going to be against Harrison County because it was right in the middle of our line. Pass was Custard to Lewis for about a yard. And we got officials looking this way. Chop block against Harrison County again. Unbelievable.
Penalty is a chop block against Harrison County.
So Lewis back 10 yards to the 10. Let's shoot this first half and put it out of his misery. 17 seconds, only a block below the waist. So a block below the waist again. Custard in shotgun formation. Goes back to pass. Looking in the flat, nothing there. Takes off as he's being flushed out of the pocket. Clock's down to 5 seconds. Here's the throw by Custard. It's going to be caught by Jacoby White.
Custard's pass is complete.
And it'll be close to a first down. Let's see. And it's going to be, nope, it's going to be shy of the first down by a couple of yards at the 28-yard line. So an 18-yard pass play
28-yard line. That gain is
with 1 second left.
just short of the first down marker.
Second down and 2 yards to go. But this will be the last play of the first half. Custard gets the ball, looks downfield. Here comes the rush. Get out of the way. Custard rolls out of that rush and now tucks it under and will just merely step out of bounds on the final play. And went out about the 29
Custard on the
Yard.
carry.
Yeah,
On the
so a
stop.
yard on that final play.
Final play of the first half.
That'll bring us to the end of the first half. Your score, Lawrence County 14, Harrison County nothing. Hope you'll join us for our halftime show. We'll go
World
over all
famous.
the scoring and stats, and also take a look at the other Harrison County sports that are rolling along as the Harrison County High School Marching Band will give the halftime program. I think right now Coach Graham having a word with the officials about that last hit by Lawrence County, which was very close to out of bounds. In any case, 14-0 is your score. Lawrence County leads the Thoroughbred. You're listening to Thoroughbred Football on WCYN Sports. Alrighty, back here at the Hilltop. Unfortunately, Harrison County in the first game of the season trails visiting Lawrence County 14-0. Bress moved the ball pretty well, just couldn't punch it in. Meanwhile, Lawrence County gets scores on both their first possession of the game and their last possession of the first half. Their first one came after Harrison County went 3 and out. Taking over from their own 11-yard line, the Bulldogs proceeded to march 16 plays and 89 yards in a drive that took up over 8 minutes before finally going in from 2 yards out was Ryan Markham. The kick by Logan Southers was good, and with 2:11 left to go in the first quarter, Lawrence County had taken a 7-0 lead. On the next drive, Harrison County's Caden Custer threw an interception that was caught by Lawson Baisden, giving the Bulldogs excellent field position at the Harrison County 45. But a stout Harrison County defense makes that what would have been a short drive stall at the 24 when Braxton Grubb came in and made a nice tackle on a 4th down try by Lawrence County that gave the ball back to the Thoroughbreds. Thoroughbreds drove very well, even with all the penalties. They had a penalty-marred drive that had 12 offensive plays and 5 penalties in it. Not a good combination. Thoroughbreds eventually had to give the ball up on downs after a couple of passes were caught behind the line of scrimmage that brought up what was a 4th down and 20, of which Harrison County only got 19, almost, but not quite there. Lawrence County got the ball back with 3 minutes left to go in the first half at their own 9-yard line. And on the very first play from scrimmage in that series, it was a good pass from Talon Pollock to Cody Crum out in the flat. And as Crum did much of the first half, found a hole and cut through it for 56 yards, getting it all the way to the Harrison County 35. And then some 7 plays later, make that 6 plays later, it was Pollock calling his own number, going in from 6 yards out. The PAT kick by Southers was good again. And with just 18 seconds on the clock, Lawrence County had taken a 14-0 lead, and that's where we are now here at the half. We'll take a break, come back, and have Trent go over all the stats. Coming up after this timeout, once again, your halftime score here on the Hilltop in the opener for both squads. Lawrence County 14 and Harrison County nothing. You're listening to Thoroughbred Football on WCYN Sports.
All right, folks, it's halftime, and the band is lighting up the field. It's called Spark. Well, we'll have that in the background unless it gets really loud and it messes with me. Okay. First up, we'll go over some Lawrence County. Let me turn myself up just a little bit here. Lawrence County statistics. Only three pass attempts, one completion for just 2 yards. If you've been listening or watching, you know that they've done all their damage on the ground. As a team, 32 carries for 205 yards.
Wow.
And Crum leads the way, especially with that big one there. He's got 6 carries for 96.
Oh.
And then next up would be Ferguson, 8 carries for 54. Markham, 4 carries for 21 and a touchdown. Pollock, 3 carries for 14 and a touchdown. Gillespie, 2 for 12. Collinsworth, 1 for 7. And is it Baisden?
Yes, Baisden.
Baisden, 2 for 1. So I counted 12 first downs. I tend to lose track of those sometimes. So it might be 11, might be 12, might be 13. Jim's going to double check me on that. But a nice half by Lawrence County.
12. Did you say 12?
I said 12. I actually
You're
got
on
it
it.
right. My goodness, look at this. All right, so that's Lawrence County numbers there. Just a couple penalties as well, and that's has them in the lead 14-0. Harrison County did have that one really, really good drive. They actually gained a ton of yards because of all the penalties. Caden Custer is 9 for 13 for 100 yards, which is pretty solid. 9 for 13. He does have the interception, and Caden has 3 carries for 7 yards. Malachi Feeback has 3 carries for 14 yards. So just 21 yards on the ground. Not going to get it done too often with just 21 on the ground. But 121 yards, 100 being in the air, not bad if you're moving a ball like that. But, again, if you've been listening or watching, the penalties have been pretty rough. I counted 10. Again, it might have been more or less. But it's 10, and it's a lot of yards. 3 first downs only, and I think that's about it. 121 yards for Harrison to Lawrence County's 207 as teams, and the most lopsided numbers being the first downs, 12-3, and the penalties, 10-2. So that is how the statistics look. We'll take another break here during our halftime show as the band performs out on midfield, and when we come back, we'll talk about what else is going on around Harrison County's campus. So we'll be back right after these messages here on WCYN Sports.
Alrighty, back here on the hilltop. Harrison County High School Marching Band going through the part that they're ready for in their program, which is called Spark this year. They'll first go into competition over at Bourbon County on September the 10th, which is still a little ways away. What is going on right now, though, are all the other fall sports. The volleyball team now 1-1 on the season. This past week they won at Augusta, but then lost to Henry Clay up on the hilltop 1-1. Tomorrow they'll go over to the always popular Glacier Invitational Tournament at Bracken County. They'll play Augusta and Scott in preliminary round games, and then depending on what happens with those two matches will determine when and against whom they will play in the third round and finals if they get that far.
That Henry Clay match last night went to 5 sets, 3-2. It was very competitive. We had it on our YouTube and on the radio last night. So if you wanted to check that out, it's on our YouTube page.
A good start to the season as far as broadcasting. You always like those exciting games.
Oh, yeah, it was a good one.
Did Edward get excited?
A little bit.
A little bit? All right.
A little bit.
Well, it is early season.
I mean, you
got to build up.
You can't get Ed excited until you get to the state.
True.
That's the 17 innings softball game.
All right. 13 innings, but who's counting?
I was 22 by the time we're done.
There you go. Yeah. In the future, we played them about 30 innings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a record.
On Tuesday, the volleyball team will go visiting Lexington Catholic. We'll have that game on the air.
That'll just be on radio only, yes,
on
because
just
it's
radio
on
only.
the road.
So turn on 1400 and listen to Ed Lewis give you the call of the volleyball team's match at Lexington Catholic. Then on Thursday, the volleyball team will remain on the road as they'll head the opposite direction up 27 to Pendleton County. Girls soccer team having a little tough time in the early going, just 1-3. Lost at home to Bryan Station 3-1. Lost at Mason County 1-0. Then picked up their only win of the year here on the hilltop, 4-2. But then on Wednesday in their most recent match, lost at Bourbon County 2-0, which is something we never want to do.
Never in anything.
Tomorrow, our girls soccer team will be hosting Bluegrass United. Then on Monday, they'll stay at home to take on East Jessamine before hitting the road on Wednesday to go to Anderson County, which is where the football team will be going next Friday.
That's right.
Down to Lawrenceburg. Boys soccer team, 2-2 on the year. They won on the Hilltop, 2-0 over Scott County. Won at Round County 4-3, but then lost at Clark County 3-2. And from what I understand from a couple of my cousins, the officiating left a lot to be desired.
I wasn't there. I can't comment.
So,
and again, I turned over a new leaf. I'm not gonna talk about refs.
Okay. Well, we'll stop
in anything.
I just lay it out there for you.
I heard the same thing. I wasn't there though.
All right. Then last night, our guys went over to Montgomery County and got shut out by the Indians 3-0. This coming week, our boys soccer team on Monday will be playing at Pendleton County. On Tuesday, they'll come back home to host Great Crossing. And then on Thursday, they'll go back on the road up to Northern Kentucky to Taylor Mill to take on Covington Scott. Our golf team is going to be busy this week. Tomorrow, our own Hadley Crump will be playing in a tournament down at Heritage Hill, which is down at Shepherdsville. You ever played Heritage Hill?
I don't think so. I've heard of it.
Yeah. That'll be good experience for Hadley because that's where the state golf tournament will be.
She's been playing very well this year.
Obviously.
Yes.
On Sunday, our boys will be playing in a tournament over at Houston Oaks where there's going to be like 20 teams or something like that. It's going to be huge on Sunday. Then on Monday, both our boys and girls will compete against Augusta and Paris at Houston Oaks. Okay. So going back to Houston Oaks again, both on Sunday and Monday. On Wednesday, our boys and girls will host Bracken County, but only our girls will be competing against Great Crossing as well. Okay. So that'll be interesting logistically to see how Hank handles that. Cross-country team also will be opening up their season tomorrow as they'll be participating in Mount Sterling at the Montgomery County All-Comers. So best of luck to our cross-country team as well. As I said, just about all our fall activities, except for the marching band, will get started by at least tomorrow. Take a look at what our future opponents are doing tonight in the first day of action for the KHSAA 2022 season. As we mentioned, we'll play Anderson County next week over in Lawrenceburg. The Bearcats open up tonight at Spencer County. Spencer County's been pretty good the last 4 or 5 years. Bourbon County, who will play in a couple of weeks, they'll be on the road for their first match or game as they will be at West Jessamine. Interesting about Bourbon County, if the KHSAA is right on their website, Bourbon County only has 3 home games this year. So road warriors for the Colonels this year. West Jessamine, as we mentioned, will be playing Bourbon County in Nicholasville tonight. Estill County, who will be meeting in week number 5, they open up at home tonight against Powell County. Over the offseason, Estill County basically redid their football field, which I don't think had been done in 40 years. So tonight, Powell County gets to play on what will be a new surface. I think they were going to back up the stands some, just all kinds of stuff they did over the offseason. Boyd County, which will be our first district game, they're playing across the river as they are at South Point, Ohio.
Oh, okay.
Scott High School, they open up on the road tonight as well as they'll be at Walton, Verona. Rowan County, they are hosting West Carter tonight in their first game of the year. Covington Holmes, always tough. They are at home against Grant County tonight. And our final opponent of the season will be Fleming County. We'll play Fleming County here on the Hilltop on October the 28th. The Panthers are on the road as they'll take on the Musketeers of Greenup County tonight. So there's your look at what our future opponents are doing here in week number 1 of the 2022 season. 14-0 here on the Hilltop is your score. The wrong team is ahead as Lawrence County leads Harrison County. We'll take a break and be back for the third quarter kickoff after this timeout. You're listening to Thoroughbred Football on WCYN Sports. All right, back here on the hilltop as Trent finishes up his peanut M&Ms. Harrison County down 14-0. We'll have to kick the ball off, so Lawrence County will get the ball first here in the third quarter. So it's up to our defense to make a stand and keep us in this ball game. Right now, just a 2-score difference, but we don't want to get 3 scores behind against what has obviously been a very good ball control offense by Lawrence County. Check out Uptown Eats for great steak burgers, ribeye sandwiches, and tasty treats. Conveniently located on the hilltop. They're open until midnight, Monday through Friday. So after the game, if you're listening, go over to Uptown Eats. And stay tuned later when we announce our Uptown Eats play of the game.
That's right.
Harrison County kicked the ball out of bounds. That's an illegal procedure, so they'll back us up 5.
I feel like they blew it dead or
again.
something.
So not sure.
Right.
Oh, there was no flag? Okay. Gotcha. So, never mind.
That just never happened.
Yes, that's right.
And they're going to more whistles.
Whistles and whistles and more whistles. Now what? Oh, it's delay a game against Harry. How do you delay the game at the first part of the third quarter? Gee. So another penalty. I don't think we had a delay a game yet. Now I'll back it up to the 35.
I'm extremely confused, though.
I am
They're
too.
the one that blew it dead, and they tried to kick it off.
I have no idea. This crew is mind-boggling.
Okay. Kick before the signal.
Oh, you're not allowed to do that? Oh. Here's a bouncing ball right side, picked up by Markham near the far sideline, and he'll just basically fall out of bounds. So 1 tick went off the clock. So 11:59 left to go in the third quarter. Lawrence County will take it over a pretty good field position at their own 44-yard line. Ball's going to be on the far hash mark. Imagine that the Bulldogs will basically run the same type of stuff here in the second half as they did in the first because they were so successful. Pollock goes under center as he did almost every snap in the first half, puts a man in motion. That's Crum. He'll pitch it out to him. That's actually Markham. Markham finally finds the edge, gets to the 40 in Harrison County territory before finally being wrestled out of bounds by Michael Watts. But not before Markham takes the ball into Harrison County territory, and they'll place her down at the 31. So 19-6, a 25-yard gain on the play by Markham. And a first down, another first down by Lawrence County. That's 13 now. Lining up wide to the far side, which is the wide side of the field, will be Gillespie. He's only had 1 ball thrown towards him, and that was incomplete. But the run game has been dominant. Crum goes in motion right to left. Here's a pass out in the flat, but it's to no one in particular. I think it was supposed to go to Gillespie, but Gillespie had come towards his quarterback, and I think that Pollock thought that he was going to go towards the sideline. So a little miscommunication there brings up 2nd down and 10 after the incomplete pass. Well, you know about the Beast Pizza.
Oh, yeah.
But don't forget about Snappy's great salads and sandwiches. Just dial 235-7627 right now. That's 235.
Snap.
Very good.
What? Oh.
Sideline warning to Lawrence County as that new rule where you can go from the 10 to the 10 didn't quite work. Yeah.
To the pylon, to the pylon.
I want to see if the new 10 to 10 rule works at Scott County High School. Under center goes Pollock. Gives it to the second man through. That's Markham, who crashes into a stable of thoroughbreds, stays on his feet. Now
There's
flags
another
flying.
flag.
And let's see what all this is about. So Markham gets it to the 21. So a 15-yard gain. Personal foul against the Bulldogs, though, will bring it back. So Good for us, I guess.
Yep.
So they back it back to the 40-yard line. First or second down and 20 to go, or thereabouts.
Yeah, something like that. 19, 20.
Going back to passes, Pollock looking downfield, flag on the play.
That's
the
a
throw is going to be
Wave it off. That's a hold.
complete, near first down yardage, but this is going to be coming back. And it's holding against the Bulldogs. So move them back. Oh, wait a minute. Lawrence County penalty. I got so used to putting Harrison County penalty, I put it down automatically. So back them up, way back, as they say. Off the hold. And they'll take her into Lawrence County territory, back to the 41.
Holy moly.
So that's a major.
Yeah, that's a spot foul. I do know that.
Yeah.
And it was
That's why it's major.
way back in the backfield.
So now Lawrence County facing second down and 10, 20, 35, or those 38 yards. So second, they're going to pull out their second and 38 play with Pollock under center, tight formation, man in motion, handoff on the counter tray to Crum. Crum trying to get to the outside, and Mikey Watts is there to bring him down for a loss.
Watts.
Good job, Michael Watts. Big tackle there. Michael Watts has come fired up here in the second half. Kind of silent because of the injury in the first half, but I think he's decided that he's had enough. So the ball is going to be at the 39, so a 2-yard loss on the play. Brings up third down and 40. 10:48 left to go in the third quarter. Lawrence County leads 14-0, but having difficulties on their first drive.
It was only the second play for loss for Lawrence County.
Wow. Lined up wide to the near side, which is the wide side of the field, is Darafield. Pollock puts Crum in motion. Play action pass, looking to his left, fires that way, and it's going to be knocked away by Jay Sean Lewis. Good job that time by Jay Sean. He may not be very tall, but he packs a lot of good athleticism. So the incomplete pass will bring up 4th and 40. And for the first time tonight, Lawrence County will be punting the ball away.
This is what you would call punting territory.
Yes, on 4th and 40. Watch for the fake. Going out will be Trace Longstreth. Longstreth, a senior, 6'2", 240. Normally a lineman, but he's also their punter. So he'll see if he can put toe to ball and get his team out of this hole that they find themselves in. On that drive, the Bulldogs actually lost 5 yards.
Wow.
Net. Harrison trying to make sure they got 11 people on the field.
Always
and now we're ready to go.
Back to receive for Harrison County.
Longstreth asks for the ball, gets it. Punt is going to be a line drive. Fair catch called for by Custard, and he'll bring it down at approximately the 27-28 or thereabouts.
Right on. All right.
Well, now's the time for the comeback to begin. 10:19 on the clock here in the third. Harrison County down by 14. And flag on the play.
Or 2. Didn't see it.
Didn't
Don't know what
either.
happened.
So let's see what this flag's all about. The Lawrence County people are excited,
Yeah.
which makes me less so. Were we talking out there on the field? A little too vociferously, and officials don't like that. They don't like it so much they're getting out their cards
We implementing cards and
to write stuff on. Oh. Officials still talking out there on the field. Find out what's going on. I guess that's a post-possession play, so it'll be assessed after the kick.
Yeah, I think so.
Of course, we obviously don't know exactly what it is because we haven't been told yet. Now Pollock going over there to ask some questions. Or no, actually, that's Gillespie. Yeah. And now we're about to get the official notification. And we're going to have personal foul against us and an unsportsmanlike against us. So with the ball at the 28, that'll be 14 for one and 7 for another. So if my calculations are correct, we'll have it at the 7-yard line.
We'll see where it ends up.
Yeah. So here we go. The great march backwards. So he made contact illegally first and then talked about it too much. So another couple of penalties against Harrison County. Personal foul. And I'll take us back, should be to 14 and then down to 7 for the unsportsmanlike. Unbelievable.
I think they got it on a 7.
Well, this will be about the second time tonight that they've assessed a penalty correctly. So 1st and 10 from the 7 for Harrison County. Standing on his goal line is Caden Custard. He will hand it off to Jesse Mitchell. Get out of the end zone, Jesse. He does about to the 5. But was that Malachi? So feedback gets the ball to the 5-yard line.
Some tempers flaring on both sides, it looks
so
like.
So a 2-yard loss on the play. Brings up 2nd down and 12. Yeah, we don't want it to get this into a rumble. But we got to keep our mouths shut. I don't understand why that is such a difficult thing to do.
Kids. I used to be a kid. I was stupid.
Yeah, shotgun for Custard. Looks to his right, flushed out of the pocket, fires it, and it's going to be off the chest of his intended receiver, which was Braxton Grubb. Excuse me. So the incomplete pass will bring up 3rd down and 12. Harrison County still at their own 5-yard line. Need a big play here, if nothing else, just to get out of the shadows of our goalpost. 9.5 minutes left to go in the 3rd. Still plenty of time, but the Breds trail 14-0 to the Bulldogs of Lawrence County. A home opener for the Thoroughbreds here at the Athletic Complex. And now a flag on the play on the opposite sideline. What's this call all about? And it might be offsides against Lawrence. Let's hope so. Yep, offsides. So Lawrence County getting into the act of the penalty phase.
I think they called it on the sideline.
Oh, they'd already had a sideline warning.
Yeah.
So that's a sideline penalty.
I mean, I don't know if you keep this record or not, but penalties in a game between
I don't
two
keep
teams.
that kind of record, no. So they put the ball on the 12 when it should have been at the 10. Here's a pass downfield. Oh, jumping at the top of his jump that time for Harrison County was Taylor Conway.
Yeah, I think it was Taylor.
And he came down awkwardly as well because, I mean, he was stretched out horizontal as much as you could stretch out horizontal. He did such a great job on the attempt. Gillespie went over and patted him on the helmet. Now he'll be looked at by the trainers as he might have gotten the wind knocked out of him as well.
Oh, and we had a penalty.
Oh, okay.
It wouldn't matter if he caught it.
So.
Oh, they declined it then.
Decline on the penalty off the incomplete pass. So both teams facing 4th and a bunch here in their first drives. Now, kicking up for Harrison County is
Caden Custard.
Caden Custard. I think he's a backup at every position. Custard kicking for Jacoby White, who had an unsportsmanlike and personal foul on the same play called against him. Custard's kick is a good one. Good hang time. Bounces at the 40, but takes a Lawrence County roll.
The old backspin on it.
And rolls out of bounds at about the 40. So, I already knew 5 was Custard. Punt 2. Going to put it at the 39, so a 29-yard punt on the play. Put to 39, so it's a 29-yard punt. .9:16 on the clock. Lawrence County with great field position once again. So once again, our defense needs to get going.
You know what would be really cool? A turnover.
Yeah, oh, that'd be great. But this is not a Lawrence County team that turns the ball over much at all.
Protect that ball.
Give it to the first man through. That's Ferguson. And Ferguson dragging Thoroughbred, still dragging him until there's only about 4 of them that have to bring him down. So another good run by Ferguson. Once again, Michael Watson on the tackle. 8-yard gain on the play. Down to the 31. Second down and 2 yards to go. Under center goes Pollock. Puts a man in motion. Gives it to that man, which is Markham. Markham up the middle for a first down yardage and more. And finally brought to earth by Michael Watts again. Somebody better go out there and help Mikey. Can't do it all by himself. First down, though, at the 19-yard line, a 12-yard gain on the play. Now whistle, stop the clock. And we got a shaken up Bulldog. That's Markham, who was on that last run. Nope.
I think he's helping carry.
Oh, okay. I couldn't tell who was helping carry whom.
35.
Oh, it's Crum. So
Crum.
Cody Crum.
Yeah, Crum little. He
He's
looks
shaking
like,
up.
yeah,
It's
maybe crampy.
kind of a gimpy ankle or a cramp or something. It is kind of a hot, humid night.
Yeah. I'm so kind of surprised I hadn't seen more cramps, to be honest.
Yeah. Well, it just shows the guys are drinking their Gatorade, eating their bananas.
Eating their bananas.
All is well. First and 10. Handoff is to the first man through, which
Usually been Ferguson. Yeah, Ferguson.
Ferguson, but a flag is being thrown on the play.
Ferguson on the carry. Flag on the play.
Might be a late hit. And it is indeed a late hit against us?
Yep.
Unbelievable. They'll be attached to the end of the run, which was to the 16. This will should go down to the 8. And actually, I guess he got farther than I thought.
What would you give him?
8-yard line. Be first down and goal for Lawrence.
Well, I was thinking it'd be half the distance.
But on the run.
8, 20. I think he got to the 23. No, that couldn't have been.
No.
Here's a run up the middle near the goal line.
That's Markham.
That's Markham, who's back in the game. And he will get it from the 8 down to the, we'll call it the 4.
Okay.
We'll call it the 4. So a 4-yard gain on the play. Brings up second down and goal. As the Bulldogs trying to maybe not put this game away, but make it awfully difficult for a comeback for Harrison County. 7.5 minutes left to go in the third. 14-0 Bulldogs. And they're driving. Pollock goes under center, the ball in the middle of the field. Harrison County scooting up. Here's a flip, though, to number 5, Collinsworth, and he's going to be stopped short of first down yardage.
I think that's Mikey Watts.
So Mikey Watts again to the rescue.
Collinsworth on the carry.
And they'll put her down at the 2, so a 2-yard gain. And that will...
Third down and goal for Lawrence County.
Shoot, I'm sorry. Who was that, Brennan?
that was Collingsworth, number 5. So third and goal from the 2. Ball's over on the far hash mark. Pollock under center. Turns around, gives a ball to
Ferguson,
who winds himself around a couple of would-be Harrison County tacklers and into the end zone for the 2-yard plunge. Puts the score at 20-0. 6:59 left to go in the third quarter. Coming in for the PAT will be Southers, who is 2 for 2. Coming in to hold will be Darafield, Jake Darafield, who is a junior. Darafield looking for the snap. It's a good one. Hold good. Kick good as well. And with 6:59 left to go in the third, your score now, Lawrence County 21, Harrison County nothing. You're listening to Thoroughbred Football on WCYN Sports. All right, back here on the hilltop, the Lawrence County Bulldogs flexing their muscles as they score their first touchdown of the second half to increase their lead overall on the game to 21-0. As the running game for the Bulldogs is quite impressive. We may not see another team rush this well and efficiently all year long.
Probably, yeah. Not just looking at the schedule, probably not.
Here's a bouncer on the kick. High in the air it flies before being recovered by a thoroughbred who's actually going to be taken backwards by Gillespie before the tackle. And now we got another flag. It was Jay Sean Lewis who was on the carry.
Taylor Conway was on the.
Now more hankies on the field as if we hadn't had enough already. And a Bulldog is down on the play, which was Gillespie.
That's Gillespie.
Holy cow. Ball is back at about the 19-yard line, say. So he actually only loses one. No, he actually gains one.
It's going to be offsetting.
Okay, good. So offsetting penalties. Meanwhile, the trainer working on Gillespie, who I think is having cramps.
What the trainer seems to think, at least.
Yeah. Well, sometimes the kid knows,
Yeah.
It's a cramp. I'm good. Just get me up. I'm embarrassed. Both legs.
I can't move. Both my legs are cramped. Get me out.
Gillespie, 5'11", 170, senior. Farm Credit Mid-America offers short-term loans that handle the present so you can focus on the future. Contact Michael Furnish at 859-254-2741 and learn more.
Appreciate you, Mike.
Gillespie able to get up under his own power and is walking back to the sideline. And he'll probably be in pretty soon. Well, they've decided instead of the 19, the ball needs to go to the 21. Good gosh, people.
Yeah.
Just like out of a lark, they decide, nope, wrong side of that.
Hey, it's
20
pretty, I
yard
think it's
line.
pretty close to 22.
I think it's even, I think you're right. So we'll call it the 22. So 1st and 10 from their own 22 from the far hash mark.
Get some points on the board.
Custard with feedback on his left hip is setting the shotgun formation. 6:54 left in the third. Fake handoff as Custer keeps it on his own, and I think they were looking for that
They
one.
were, and he hadn't done that all game.
Coming in was Trace Longstreth, who we saw as a punter earlier. But not very often do you see Custer get no gain. 2nd down and 10 yards to go. As the clock continues to run. Brad's looking to the sidelines to see what the play call is.
The cheerleaders are saying move it down the field. For a second, I thought they were saying Who Day. Well, he is not the Bengals.
I'd say these girls probably don't know what Who Day is.
I know, it just sounded like it.
Snap is back to Custard. Play action pass. Looking downfield. Got some time to roll to his right. Now tucks it under and is close to first yardage. I think he's going to be a little shy.
Maybe 2 yards. Yeah. Going to be put right on the 30, it looks like.
On 30. So an 8-yard gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down and 2 for the Thoroughbreds. That's the first time Custard's running back-to-back plays all night long.
They got him for 15 pass attempts, so he's definitely been slinging it around.
It's just the Belfry or the Lawrence County running game has been so successful.
Yeah.
Once again, Custard in shotgun formation. This time he'll give the ball to Feeback. Feeback tries to roll to the right, trying to find some room, but gosh, there's just Bulldogs everywhere.
I think he got a yard, but it's going to be short.
It's going to be short, bringing up 4th down and 1, but we're going to be at our own 31.
Yeah.
So, yeah, almost got a punt here. Well, I guess you gotta, but it'd be wise. So we're all looking towards the sideline. 21-0, Harrison County trails. 5.5.
Caden wanted to try something quick.
Well, now remember, Caden's our backup punter, so just because he's back there doesn't mean he's going to pass. Decides to run it, looking for room, and he's going to be tripped up before he gets there. Good penetration that time by that lineman from Lawrence County. Got to Custard's ankles before Caden could get to the right side, and Harrison County will turn the ball over on downs. I think that's the 3rd, 4th down that we have been unable to get. In fact, it backs him up 1 to the 30. So Lawrence County, once again, in excellent field position at the Harrison County 30-yard line. 5:14 left to go in the 3rd. They lead 21-0. We'll be telling you the play of the game by Uptown Eats.
We'll get one.
We'll find something.
We're going to get one.
Going back to pass is Pollock. Rolls to his right. Now fires it and is bobbled off the hands of his intended receiver, which was Ferguson. So an incomplete pass. 2nd down and 10 coming up for the Bulldogs. Harrison County will be on the road next week as we'll head to Anderson County.
You ever been to many games down there? Or?
Yeah, but I was looking at it. It's been like 15, 16 years.
I feel like it's been a while, yeah.
Yeah. They used to put us on top of the press box.
Oh, like outside on top?
Outside on top.
Like where the cameras are here?
Yes.
Interesting.
So I'm not sure if that's still the MO or not. If you heard that. Those views don't necessarily.
You're allowed to say that word.
I guess so.
That's
Running
not
the
one of
ball
the bad
will be
ones.
Finds a seam up the near side. Actually, that was a handoff to Ferguson.
No, you're right. It was
it Pollock?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you're right.
So Pollock gets inside the 10-yard line on a very nice fake that faked everybody on Harrison County out. Down to the 5, a 25-yard gain. And first down.
What was the yardage on that?
Oh, that was 25 yards.
25.
Yeah. First and goal. A touchdown here would pretty much put it away for the Bulldogs with just 5 minutes left to go in the 3rd. And right now, Lawrence leading 21-0. Pollock under center, puts Crum in motion, flips it to Cody. Crum looking for a seam, finds one, but is going to be stopped shy of the goal line.
Looks like it might be on the 2.
So whoever that was for Harrison County, good play. I think it might have been Michael Watts again. He's been on many plays, especially here in the second half. Ball's going to be at the 1.
Okay.
So 2nd and goal from the 1 for Lawrence County. Very impressive offense.
They know what they're doing. The lines in sync.
Yeah.
Everybody knows where to go in motion.
Exactly. Here's going to be Pollock. And we got flags on the play. Actually, that was Gillespie on a jet sweep. But we're going to have holding on Lawrence. So Harrison County catches a break there. What's that, like 3?
No, they got 6.
They got 6. Oh, okay.
That's why I was asking, like, the combined total of penalties between two teams.
Gotcha.
I bet the actual record's like way up there. I bet
Oh,
it's
it probably is. I mean, we've had games, as you know, where we've had 15, 16 penalties.
yeah, well, that's one of them tonight.
And
14.
You know, several of them being majors.
Right.
And by majors, I mean like unsportsmanlike and personal fouls and that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Officials are talking to each other, which is never a good thing.
The original call was hold.
Yeah, that was preliminary indication. And that is going to be the final notification as well.
Oh, and they're going to call a personal foul on us.
Oh,
that's
great.
That's
just
terrible.
great. So it backs it up to the 11, and then the unsportsmanlike against us.
Well, okay. All I'll say is we've had plenty of penalties.
+5.
That was not one of them. That is false.
So it moves it back to the 6 because of half the distance on the unsportsmanlike. 2nd and goal from the 6. Gillespie and behind Pollock, who is under center. Going to be a snap back to Pollock. And he gives it to Crum, who slips a tackle and gets into the end zone. Man had him back for a loss, but just couldn't hang on. And Crum, with those quick feet, scores for the 2nd time of the ball game, this time from 6 yards out, to increase his team's advantage now to 27-0 with 4:10 left. Yeah. These are the games where it's fun to write the article for the paper.
Oh, you got double duty.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to find one
Coming
of these.
into kick will be Logan Southers.
Yeah, I'm going to find a name if somebody hadn't played. Let you guys know an awesome name.
Oh, okay. Snap to Darafield is good. Flag on the play. Drops the snap. Southers picks it up. And before anything can happen, now we got a couple of players wrestling each other. One Harrison County player, one Lawrence County player.
Settle down. They're playing football. They got pads on. They're not going to hurt each other.
Yeah. Let's see what all this is about. First we had the first flag. Then we had people wrestling.
Jeez.
We won't call the name or the number of either of those wrestlers. Just say one's The Rock and one's Chris Jericho.
Y2J.
That's right. Always like the Jericho because his signature move is when he picks people up and calls it the Walls of Jericho.
The Walls of Jericho, that's right. Look at you.
I know my wrestling as long as the wrestlers are 40 plus.
Yeah, it's going to be hard to beat Luis Chico.
Yeah.
Dalton Runyons, I like that one. Dalton Runyons.
But does it have to be a person that plays?
No, it should be, but it's Chico.
It's your choice.
It's Chico. He's the name of the game.
Yeah. Chico's the man.
And he's made some plays, too.
Officials are still discussing what they want to do.
Done a lot of talking this game.
4:10 left to go in the 3rd. 27-0 your score. Lawrence County in the lead. And we have offsides against Harrison County. That was the initial penalty. Now we got personal foul against us as well. So we started the fight. Holy crap. So being that this is an extra point.
To go to the 3/4
I guess they'll
yard
go
line?
to the 3/4 yard line. Yeah. Because the offsides will take it to the 1.5, technically. And the personal foul will take it to the 3/4, which is actually the 1.
Yeah.
But still, 2 more penalties against us.
Yeah.
On an extra point of all things.
Yeah.
This team has a serious problem with discipline. Serious. It better be addressed or else we'll have more games like this. I don't want any more games like this. The officials are over there talking to Alan Short, the coach.
I was going to say that's the head coach, isn't it?
And it might be one of those things where it might be assessed on the kickoffs. So just checking with him to see how personal foul, to see how he wants to do. Still talking. They have a lot of long conversations. the one official standing at the 3 with the ball to see what he eventually wants to do. And at least the unsportsmanlike, I think, is going to be assessed on the kickoff. And now the official walking across the field.
Not in a hurry.
Not in any hurry at all.
Oh, yeah.
So he's going to go explain to Coach Graham.
We got all night
about what's going on. Now Coach Graham coming out to meet him. And, okay, here's what we're going to do.
So I just talked to this guy over here. This
Yeah.
is what he said.
What we're going to do.
There's been a lot of penalties in this game, so
Yeah.
we're going to try to clean this up, even though it's the third quarter.
Yeah, right. We still got 4:10 left in the third. And this game got out of hand early in this quarter. So the official's talking to Coach, and Coach not happy. And let's see what we're going to have here. Guy with the football still standing at the 3. We need those mics.
Oh, that would be cool. We would have gotten a lot
Okay,
of
we
info.
got 2 flags on the play. First flag is offsides. This will be assessed on the PAT. The second flag is personal foul. It will be assessed on the kickoff.
I bet that's what he sounds like, too.
Bet he does. All right, that's exactly what's happened. So from the yard and a half line, the kick is up by Southers and is good. So with 4:10 left to go in the third, your score, Lawrence County 28, Harrison County nothing. You're listening to Thoroughbred Football on WCYN Sports. All righty, back up here on the hilltop. Game number 1 of the season is not working out too well for the good guys as they trail the Black Hats by a score of 28-0. Lawrence County, well, they didn't assess the personal foul yardage. I just don't understand. Bouncing ball up the middle, picked up at about the 19-yard line.
Oh, it was 18.
And who was that?
Richard Morris?
Richard Morris.
Picked that one up.
So good return that time by our backup quarterback, Richard Morris. And he will get it to the 40. Gonna put it at the 49, 39, 49. Gonna be at the 39. So about a 20-yard return. Harrison County taking over, and might be their best
starting position
of the night. I'm looking back here. And indeed it is our best starting field position of the night at the 39. Harrison County almost had too many people on the field, but the 12th man gets off quickly enough. Custard in shotgun formation. Looks over to the sideline again. Now goes back to pass. Here comes the rush. Oh, and he's sacked. Coming in there was number 44, Will McDavid, 5'10", 175 junior. Nobody stopped him.
Wasn't touched.
Or as they say on the NFL, he ran in there unabated. I'll take the ball back to the 33.
Yeah.
Yeah. So a 6-yard loss on the play. That's not going to help the stats. Don't like these big minus numbers. Wow. I think some of the students have left. Custard fires to the right side, flag on the play. Pass is incomplete. It was beyond the outstretched arms of his intended receiver. And let's see what this hanky's all about.
Should be against Lawrence County.
I certainly hope so. It's about their turn. Officials talking about it. Our guys with dejected body motion. Down 28-0 with 3:22 left. In the third, official walking over here to give us the indication. And it's going to be a personal foul on the Bulldogs. So foul plus 15. Let's see if they actually put it on the 48.
Nope.
I don't think, good gosh. Unbelievable. A 12-yard personal foul penalty. Snap goes back to Custard. Fires it to the flat where Taylor Conway is waiting and catches it. And we'll have enough for the first down.
There you go.
There's another Knepplaw first down delivered by the Thoroughbreds. This time on a Custard to Conway connection. Gets it into Lawrence County territory to the 41. So 9 and 5, a 14-yard pass play. All right, Taylor. Snap back to Custer on the near hash mark, looking for people downfield. Now fires it to the flat on the other side. Caught over there by Lewis, and Jay Sean is chased out of bounds.
Oh, flags. Oh,
We got a
somebody
flag
hurt
down
too.
and a Thoroughbred down. Flag is down at the 40, which was about where Jay Sean caught it. He was run out of bounds over on the far sideline at around the 36. But let's see what both the player is down about and penalties all about. They're going to wave it off. Can't tell the number of the injured Thoroughbred down there. Ball's at the 36, as we said. So a 5-yard gain on that pass play. That will bring up second down and 5 yards to go. As the injured Thoroughbred being attended to by our
Yeah, we'll try to get you.
duo of athletic trainers.
Try to get you a name
Yeah.
as soon as we can.
It's a good coffee break this past week when the trainers were there.
Yeah, they were.
Very interesting.
HMH brought them in.
Yeah.
Had Alex Caldwell, who's kind of the head of the bunch, and then
Yeah.
our two trainers, and I'm terrible with
Pendleton
names,
County.
but Pendleton
Yeah.
County guy.
Yeah,
They were all there.
I
It was
forget
a
his
good
name
show.
too because he's the
79.
Pendleton County guy. And of
Paul
course, keeping
Robert
all you people
Coates.
straight was Molly.
Yeah, always.
Doug could say something stupid, Molly would correct him.
Is that 79 or 76?
Might
That's
be
hard
Paul
to
Robert
tell.
Copes, 79,
I think it's 6.
76,
I think it's
which would be,
Lucas.
no, it's not, because
No.
Tupman's not playing tonight. Is it
5?
78?
Oh, it's Carson Marshall.
Oh, okay, 75 Carson
Gosh,
Marshall.
those numbers
yeah.
are hard to read.
Yeah.
So Carson got helped off the field.
Snap back to Custard, looking downfield. Nobody's open. Heads to the right side, trying to find the
gotta be a
marker. It
face
is
mask.
dragged out of bounds. Looked like a horse collar from here. No flag, but Custard went down rather awkwardly and hard
Jeez, oh, Pete.
at the 34, 35. So just a 1-yard gain on that run. We'll bring up third down and 4 yards to go. Clock down to 2:24. 28-0. Lawrence County in control here on the Hilltop. On a great night to watch a football game, although not great to watch this football game, maybe so. Just about everybody across the Commonwealth gets started either today or tomorrow. All right, ball on the far hash mark. Custard with feedback on his left hip for this third down and 4 try. Custard following the block. Drifts to the outside, near the edge. Too many Bulldogs. Coming in were number 12. That is Dalton Runyons
Hey!
and Trace Longstrap.
Makes me think of Funyuns.
That's pretty good. That it almost, not just the rhyme, but it had the rhythm too.
Thanks. I do my
You're
best.
all right.
I'm all right sometimes.
7-yard loss on the sack. Makes it now 4th down and 9. No, more than that.
Yeah. Did you say 7-yard loss?
Yeah.
Oh. Shoot.
Yeah, about 4th and 10. So 4th and 10 from the Bulldog 42. Ball's now on the near hash mark. Custard's in the pistol formation with Mitchell behind him. Goes back to pass, rolls out, escapes the rush on the near sideline, backs up and out of bounds.
Nobody open.
Near midfield. Yeah, nobody was open. Good coverage that time by the Bulldogs. You know, they got a couple of all-state linebackers, so there are no slouches out there.
Right. It's tough. It's a
so
tough
give the
night
ball
all
back
around.
on downs to the Bulldogs with 57 seconds left to go in the third quarter, which seems like it's taking forever.
Because it has.
47, so there was a 5-yard loss on the play. So downs, can't spell downs. Okay, Lawrence County, 57 seconds. Ball's going to be on the near hash mark. Lining up wide to the near side, which is the short side of the field, is Logan Ratliff. Over on the far side is Gillespie. Pollock, a good game manager, hadn't done anything great, but has kept his team going forward most of the time. He just handed off to people. Good people. This time to Crum on the counter tray. Crum finds a seam and is going to be very near first down yardage over on the far side, on the far hash mark.
They'll give him 9, it looks like.
Mikey Watts on the tackle. But another good run by Crum, who's had a lot of them tonight. 5 and 3 is 8 on the carry to the 45. Brings up 2nd down and 2 with 27 seconds. This may very well be the final play of the third quarter. As quarterback Pollock goes under center. He'll give it to the second man through. That's Markham, and Markham is going to drag Thoroughbreds inside the 40 where it'll be a first down. His clock stops at 13 to move the sticks. Ball set down at the 37, so that's an 8-yard gain on the play. That'll be the last play of the third quarter. Your score, Lawrence County 28, Harrison County nothing. You're listening to Thoroughbred Football on WCYN Sports. Alrighty, back here on the hilltop, we're about to begin the fourth quarter of play with the Thoroughbreds trailing the visiting Bulldogs of Lawrence County 28-0 in each of the first 2 halves. Lawrence County has scored 2 touchdowns, and we'll probably try to score again.
I would think so.
Because that's the name of the game. They'll take off or start things off at the Harrison County 37-yard line. 1st and 10. Pollock, who's gone all the way at center, will go under in the middle of the field, puts Markham in motion. Give those going to be to the first man through, or at least an attempt at the first man through. Ferguson runs into a wall as Paul Robert Copes brings him down.
Ferguson's had the most carries with 12. Just followed up by Crum that's had 10.
So 1-yard loss on the play. Brings up 2nd down and 11.
Crum leads the way with 113 yards.
Shoot. I was hoping to keep him under 100. But he had that big, long 56-yard run.
Right.
So half of his yards basically came on one play. Hand off to Markham. Goes to the right side. Got some running room, finds a hole. He's inside the 20 and down inside the 10 before finally being brought down. That'll be another first down for the Bulldogs, who've had a bunch.
16 of those.
Yikes. But had 12 in the first half, so they've slowed down here in the second.
I may have missed them. Sorry.
28-yard gain down to the 10. First and goal. 11 minutes left to go.
Can't get a first down here.
Nope.
Show them.
Tight formation as Pollock goes under center. Puts Markham in motion, hands it to Markham. Markham goes to the right side, jumps over his own teammate, and he'll be knocked out of bounds by the Breads about inside the 5-yard line. So Markham back-to-back carries, and they'll say he went out at the 4. So a 6-yard gain on the play brings up second down and goal from the 4. Well, if you're fed up, call Canup. I'm fed up. Canup Law handles bankruptcy, disability, and foreclosures. Call Brian if you're in need at 859-988-9658. He now has offices in Cynthiana after spending way too many years up in Paris.
One could say that about you, Jim.
You got that right. Markham gets the ball and goes forward, and did he get in? Yes, he did. Fell forward for the touchdown. A 4-yard gain for Markham, who carried the last 3 times to improve his team's advantage now to 34-0.
I think they'll go for 2 here. Try to get to 36.
They may. I'm in trouble with my little loopy thing on my watch. Had it set too high or something. All right, yep, it looks like they're going for 2 to get the continuous clock going, which happens at 36 margin.
Right. 36
Snap
margin.
is going to be back this time, straight to Gillespie. Gillespie going towards the flag and walks in. So with 10:47 left, your score, Lawrence County 36, Harrison County nothing. You're listening to Thoroughbred Football on WCYN Sports. Alrighty, back here at the Hilltop, another score for the Bulldogs as Lawrence County's Ryan Markham goes in from 4 yards out. 2-point conversion was good, and we'll have a continuous clock the rest of the way. Southers approaches the ball. His kick is going to be a bouncer. It's going to be taken at the 33-yard line. Up the far sideline is the returner.
It looked like number 12. I don't have a 12.
Jack Howard, who's number 14.
It's 14, sorry.
So Jack Howard with a nice return there.
Yes, it was. You know, not the best game to watch, but I'm gonna have to request new jerseys.
Yeah, because the 5s and the 8s and the
6s
look way too close together.
They have to get over here where the cheerleaders are for me to tell what it is.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you know this, Jim, but I have perfect eyesight.
Oh, do you?
That's what I tell everybody.
Oh, okay. Well, you don't wear glasses.
It's because I have perfect eyes.
I
don't need glasses.
One thing goes into another. I, meanwhile, do not have perfect eyes. That's why I got these readers on. Snap back to Custard. He'll take it on his own. Fires in the middle, and it's nearly intercepted.
Just a little high. Just a
off
little
the
high.
hands of DeMond LaRue, but number 22, Jake Darafield, unable to contort his body backwards to pick it off. So just simply an incomplete pass. Brings up second down and 10. Ball's at the Harrison 49 after that nice return by Jack Howard. Jack, a 5'9", 132 sophomore. Third string quarterback. He got in for a few plays against Bracken County last week.
Okay.
It was mostly Caden, but Richard Morris got in there for several. All righty, Custard at the far hash mark, gets the snap, play action, looks downfield, rolls right. Here comes the rush. Caden trying to get to the edge, fakes the throw, and will get out of bounds near first down yardage, but we've also got a flag on the play, because we haven't had one of those for a while.
Yeah.
See what this is all about.
Been 2 or 3 minutes.
Let's see. Caden went out at the 39 of Harrison County, so if it stays, it'll be a Knuplaw first down. But let's see what it is first. Blocked below the waist by Harrison County, so we're going to bring this on back. Penalties just keep adding up. So take her back 15. And they'll be at the 43 of Harrison County. Second down and 16 to go. Clock under 9. Custard. Shotgun formation on the near hash mark. And now we have movement. But was the movement induced or was it voluntary? Nope, it was induced. So we're going back up 5 more. And so back us up to the 38 as we're going in the wrong direction. So second down, 21 to go. After Custard had gotten the first down, but blocked below the waist, and then the procedure of taking it way back. Here's a pass over to the far sideline. It's caught. I believe that's Jay Sean, who tried to run backwards and is tackled either for a loss or right at the line.
It's going to be a loss.
So that was Jay Sean, right?
I'm not sure.
Or was it Zink? I think it might have been Zink.
I can't tell.
We'll say it was the Zink. Ball's now at the 37, so actually it was a 1 yard loss on the play.
LaRue.
Demond?
I think it was 3.
Okay, so 3, Demond LaRue. Like you said, these uniforms are not copacetic to broadcasters.
That's a $5 word.
Copacetic?
Yeah.
Snap back to Custard. Here comes the rush. Gets away from it. Looks downfield. Fires it. And it's going to be caught.
Got caught.
And that was
right on the money. I cannot tell. Number 9, Taylor Conway.
Taylor Conway with that catch. Nice catch. Short of first down yards, but still a nice catch. Gets it to the 43, so 7 and 13, a 20-yard pass play. Brings up 4th down and about 3. Harrison County will go for it. Custard in the pistol formation. Jesse Mitchell's behind him. Snap is back. The give is to Mitchell. Jesse, no, it not. Does a good fake. Here's a pass downfield. Caught for a first down. And that was good old
Taylor.
Conway again?
Yeah.
So Conway catches a ball for another Knuplaw first down to the 23. So a 2 20-yard catches by Taylor Conway. Snap back to Custard, looking straight downfield. Here comes the rush. He's flushed out of the pocket. He rolls to his right. Coming in quickly behind him is McDavid, and Caden will run out of bounds. Run out of bounds by Ethan Horn, 5'8", 155 senior. And he will be going out of bounds at the 21. So gain of 2 on the play. Brings up second down and 8. Well, the tea is sweet. The horses are fast. The day's work is honest.
That's right.
And the insurance, of course, is Kentucky Farm Bureau. Call Harrison County Farm Bureau today at 234-4514 and ask for Dustin or Amy.
The horses are fast.
Yes, they are.
The tea
And
is
the
sweet.
tea is sweet.
Unless you're weird and like unsweet tea.
Yeah, who likes that?
Well, I can't say tea. My mom likes it for some reason.
Really? I
It's
don't
like kind of like
understand
dirty
that.
water, right?
Yeah,
I mean, I'd much rather have a water than
I'd
unsweet
rather have
tea.
the thing half full of sugar first and
Well,
then
yeah.
pour the tea in. Custard fires into the end zone, knocked away
got
by
broken up
Lawrence
by
County.
17. Broke it up there at the
Going in
last
there
second.
at the last second, Logan Ratliff, who's had a nice game defensively.
Yep, that was a good play by him.
Incomplete pass will bring up 3rd down and 8 yards to go as the Breds try to get that goose egg off the scoreboard. Breds were only shut out one time last season, and we don't want to start out the season with one here.
I know.
So 3rd and 8 with the clock down to 4.5. We've had a continuous clock since the Breds got possession of this ball. Back at the 49 with 10.5 minutes left, so we've run 6 minutes off the clock. Mitchell will be on the right hip of Custard, who's in shotgun formation. Snap back to Caden, a little bit low. Rolls to his right, looks downfield, fires into the end zone. Oh, and it's wide of the end zone. That time had a player wide open, but just a little bit too far over the edge. That'll bring up 4th down and 8 yards to go. Breds will go 0-1 on the early season, while Lawrence County will improve to 1-0. And as we mentioned, Lawrence County, we didn't mention it, but Lawrence County will be open next week.
Really?
Yeah, so they'll get to
I don't know if
enjoy the fruits of this victory.
I know, but kind of early to have your open week.
Yeah.
Ours is late.
Yeah, next to last game of the season, or next to last weekend, I should say. Here's a give to Mitchell. Jesse trying to get to the outside, but there's 5 Bulldogs waiting on him. Looks like a rumble.
When you're a jet, you're always a jet. That's all I know.
Yeah, that's about all I know, too. Ball goes back to the 23, so he loses 2 on the play, and Harrison County gives the ball over on downs. So Lawrence County, with just under 3 minutes to go, take over at their own 23. Now, the Breds almost made it to the red zone.
Were they in the red zone in the first half?
No,
Didn't make it?
I don't think anyway. We had that one semi-long drive. But we did get to the 9.
Okay, I thought
we
it
did
might
get
have
to the
been
9.
But it's not a whole lot of reason to celebrate, just one
No.
trip to the red zone.
Looks like they're helping Braxton Grubb off the field. Taking him to the locker room. Is Pollock still in there?
I think so. Yeah, 7.
Okay, so Pollock still in there, goes under center. 2 minutes left. He'll give the ball to Baisden. Baisden finds some running room up the middle, but he'll be quickly tackled by several thoroughbreds.
Ball's placed at the 31-yard line. Gain of 8 on the play.
Ball advances to the, can't even see it.
Looks like it's on
About
the
the
30.
30. Yeah, right on the 30. So a 7-yard gain on the play. 2nd down and 3. Lawrence County taking as much time off the clock as they can. Officials helping out as they're congregated over the ball.
Like a mother hen.
Yeah, don't hurt my ball. And Lawrence County looking over the sideline so they'll know when to snap it.
Snap it.
So if the maximum amount of time is taken off the clock. Then they stand up and then they bend down. Look over to the white hat who says, I don't know what time it is. Just play. Pretend I'm not here. So Pollock will take a knee. Best of all possible worlds. With 49 seconds left, I think they got to run one more play. Yeah. Looks like they lost a yard to the 29.
I think they might have to run one more.
Yep. Will hurt the stats.
Yeah.
So Pollock waiting as long as he can, and we'll take a knee, and that'll be it. So as the clock winds down to 0, Bulldogs don't have to run another play, and they won't. Harrison County fails to score in game number 1 of the season as they fall by a final tally of 36-0. We invite you to stay tuned now for our post-game show. Go over all the scoring and stats, have a chat with Coach. We'll also name our Uptown Eats play of the game and our Judy Construction Company player of the game as well. We'll do all that coming up after this timeout, but once again, here on the Hilltop in game number 1 of the season, your final score, Lawrence County 36, Harrison County nothing. You've been listening to Thoroughbred Football on WCYN Sports.
19 accepted.